Well, that was a lot of training. Welcome back, everybody. We're continuing the custom terrain around our village I built over the last few episodes. And speaking of the village, I'm planning on expanding it today with some new houses. I'm planning on putting it on this hillside here, but from a lore perspective, I want these to look and feel a little newer than the other houses. To help with this, I'm going to build a retaining wall / small cliff to make them all sit on the same level. So without further ado, let's get started. Here's the first wireframe. It's not very large, but to fill up this street, I want an entire row of these things. This is already looking good, and they're only hollow dirt cubes. I'm gonna try and make them out of slightly different colored blocks than the houses I made previously. Maybe some warmer tones would look nice here. I'm loving how this is looking so far. They probably need some roughening up as they look a little too clean, but once that's done, we can move on to the other walls and the interiors. Since they're all mirrors of each other, I might not be able to get too creative, but we'll see how the process goes. At least the residents of these houses will have a good view. Perhaps a bigger question about the interiors is how cramped they'll be, and if I can actually fit much into them at all. I guess I'll just have to start building and find out. Row house number 1 is done. I spruced up the entrance with a path, door, and bushes. I also added some stuff to the downstairs area, which makes things look a little nicer, like the acacia shell, flower pot, and lamp in the corner. Not a lot of light down here, but at least the eating nook is nice. Upstairs is a lot brighter since there are so many windows. This is the small room with a nice picture of a creeper, which hopefully won't give the occupant of this room nightmares. The master bedroom is here at the top of the stairs. Has a lovely view, as well as a more chill painting and a cartography table by the bed for some reason. I put a couple of bookshelves with a lamp over here. There is also an attic which can be accessed from the smaller room. Bit of a pain to get into and isn't terribly functional for anything. I just put some barrels up here to fill out the space. I also put in a window since this is the end of the row of houses. But speaking of houses, this is only the first of 7, so let's knock out one more before the end of the episode. Another one done! Let's take a quick run through. It's the mirror image of the first house, though I put some of the furniture in different places. I feel like light blue carpet is an interesting choice, but I ran with it. Master bedroom is pretty much the same as next door, but we have a fletching table next to the bed instead. Nice painting on the wall, and with 2 windows it's nice and bright. The room is also quite similar, got a nice poster of somebody undoubtedly very famous. Also well lit, and we'll have a nice view of whatever is built out back. But what isn't well lit is the attic. Because it's in the middle of the row, it has no windows, though I suppose I could have added a skylight. Maybe that could be a thing for some other house, but those other houses will have to wait for the next episode. As I build those, I'd like to try and see if I can lay the houses out just a little differently to keep things interesting. But with that, let's get a few more shots of the new houses and the village as a whole, and I'll see you again next time. Have a good one!